After my amazing trip in Luxor, I headed towards the fabulous city of Aswan, where I visited the famous Philae Temple of Egypt and the Aswan High Dam. There are many ways to travel to Aswan, but we chose the private microbus since we felt more comfortable in it. Aswan has many places to visit, but our main objective there was to visit the Aswan Dams and the famous Philae Temple. Although at the end we couldn't visit the low dam, but we still managed to visit the Aswan High Dam, which had a beautiful view. And of course, we also visited the Philae Temple as well. Since Aswan was near the Sudan border, due to a civil war in that country, many refugees were easily getting in Egypt through Aswan. That's why booking a hotel or getting a train ticket was really tough in that situation. And my parents were trying their best to get a train ticket to Cairo from Aswan. We got a little hungry, so we came to this restaurant to eat. Meanwhile, our guide uncle somehow managed a one-night hotel room for us since the next day we had to go to Abu Simbel. So after taking some rest in the hotel, we headed towards the Aswan Dam, also known as the Aswan High Dam, which is one of the world's largest embankment dams, and it's built across the Nile River in Aswan. The construction of the Aswan High Dam was said to be started on 1960 after the Aswan Low Dam was overflowed with water. So the king of Egypt at that time built this dam. Since then, it was known as the Aswan High Dam. Once we got there, the view there was just amazing, as the beauty of the dam impressed me a lot. Also, below this dam, there's the Lake Nasser, which is considered to be one of the world's biggest man-made lakes. The ticket price of the Aswan High Dam was 100 Egyptian pounds, but both adults and children had to pay the same amount. Whereas in the Philae Temple, the adult fee was 200 Egyptian pounds and the children's ticket fee was half the price, 100 Egyptian pounds. The Philae Temple was located on the Philae Island, so in order to get there, we had to get a boat. And our boat ride was amazing, as we could explore the view of the area around the Philae Temple. The Philae Temple was near the Aswan Dam, so it didn't take us much time to reach there. Like all the other Egyptian archaeological sites, the Philae Temple also had many carvings, many ancient hieroglyphics, and other ancient texts on the walls. But this is the first time I visited a place in Egypt where there was Egyptian, Roman, and Greek architectural sites. Because beside the Philae Temple, there was a Greek archaeological structure, and also there were many Greek writings in the Philae Temple's walls. The Philae was mentioned a lot of times in many of Egypt's ancient architectural scriptures. Well, the Philae Temple wasn't originally located in the Philae Island, as it went underwater due to catastrophic disasters, but later it was rescued from there and then placed on the Philae Island. I realized that most of the tourist spots in Egypt have a market or a place where people sell products. As a Philae Temple, when we were at the entrance, we found many ornaments and other traditional Egyptian products. And also, once we landed on the island from the boat, we also saw some people selling those same things over there as well. So it is said to be built around 7 to 6th century BC, and it was abandoned on 6th century AD after the disasters, and since then it has been underwater until found recently a few years ago. And on 1979 it has been placed at the Fiji Island.
Which nowadays under the water. It's about 250 meters from here. It will be, it's next from 30 by Must. Which about the big walls around the Kanakam, it's called Nechtanib. Which about this one two islands. Then
Here I learned many interesting stories from my guide uncle about this place. Although all of them were mostly rumors and fairy tales, but still I enjoyed the stories. Besides the religious drawings of the pharaonic era, some evidence of Christianization was found after the Roman came to the area. There are also some churches around the whole area. Like some other areas and architectural structures of Egypt, here we also face suffocation for the extreme crowd of people, and since the area was a little congested at the back were the rooms of the pharaohs and what they call their god and goddesses used to live. The ruins of the Philae temple were scattered here and there, so we had to roam around a little and find the interesting places. There were small pathways and many rooms in many of the places. Also the Roman churches and stuffs. Once we got out of the temple and went near the Roman churches, the view there was so amazing that I was literally standing there for like a few minutes, and I spent some time around the area looking here and there. Also at that time it was already afternoon, so the sun's rays were also reflecting on the architectural structures, which made them shine and look even more beautiful. So as I said before, we were only here for one night since the next day we'll be heading towards Abu Simbel. So at night I took a look around the hotel area since I have to go to Abu Simbel at 4 a.m. And I think you guys can notice the river cruise on the river Nile. Actually I mentioned it in a video before. This is the river cruise I was talking about. Through this we can get from Luxor to Aswan.